Welcome, everybody. Again, it's Russ Curtis, professor and licensed clinical mental health counselor. Hello to all my behavioral health professional friends out there. Thank you for what you do. The world needs you. You're doing some of the hardest work and some of what's most needed in the world today. And I realize we don't value it enough. I wanted to talk about some quick signs of narcissism, or some quick signs to pay attention to with somebody to get an indication of, particularly of somebody who is a narcissist or is high on the narcissistic personality disorder inventory or scale. And I'm relating this to some of the five-factor characteristics or sub-factors. So the five-factor model, or the big five, that you've been exposed to probably in your classes, and you've seen or read in the literature. I've got a video out on that, so be sure to check that out. But I'm just going to give you some of the subcategories that relate to some of these kind of quick signs to pay attention to. And I will also, in the description box, put the name of the authors to where I'm getting some of this information, so that you can go back and read the research and make sure that this is kind of jiving. They've also done a nice job of kind of categorizing some of the personality disorders with the Big Five inventory. All right. The first thing to pay attention to if you're around somebody, and remember, behavioral health professionals can be targets to narcissists, whether grandiose or more likely vulnerable narcissists. I've got some videos on that. Check it out. But with pets and young children, you're going to find that they're not particularly warm. Now, the sub-factor on the Big Five is that they would score low in friendliness. Okay, so if you're questioning that wording, low in friendliness means that if they were to take the Big Five inventory, they would probably be a standard deviation below average on friendliness. And ultimately, kind of in a colloquial term, they lack warmth. And so not only will they not be incredibly friendly to your pets or to anybody's pets, and also to young children, there's going to be a coldness and aloofness. And it's possible that they're even that way with their own pets and their own children, but you're definitely going to feel that if they're ever at your home, or let's say you're at an outdoor restaurant and a dog walks up or kids walk up, there's just going to be an aloofness. There's not going to be warmth. Okay, so pay attention to that. The next one is interruptions. And according to the five-factor model, this would be low self-consciousness. They're just inconsiderate. They will start talking when you're in mid-sentence, almost as if they didn't even notice you were talking. They'll interrupt your friends that way, okay? So pay attention to that. Also, if you were to make them aware of that, expect them to become angry, okay? They do not like to be called on the fact that they interrupted. And they'll usually try to explain it away. Instead of saying, oh, sorry, I'm sorry, I got excited and I wanted to say something, they're usually going to get angry. They're not going to apologize, okay? And then the last one is money, okay? Now, you have to be around somebody long enough and have multiple conversations. This can't just be your first conversation or only conversation. Is that money will come up in conversations. Even if you were to ask somebody like, hey, how was your walk today? Somewhere along the lines, money, which can include material possessions. Hey, I just bought us something, or I just redid my kitchen, or about taxes. Taxes are too high. I can't believe I got to pay so much taxes, and all this kind of stuff. So something related to money in a lot of conversations. Now, with everything, we don't just rely on one piece of data. We always want to use multiple points of view here. But this isn't somebody that you're going to want to hang around, okay? I like what I'm seeing in the literature about gray rock. And if you have to be in a relationship with somebody who's high on the narcissism scale, you give them nothing, okay? They want that narcissistic supply. They want to see you get angry and emotional, at which point they'll get very hat in hand and proper, and oh my gosh, look how angry you're getting. You just can't, you're too sensitive. you want to be gray rock, okay? And you got to pay attention to that. I also want to make you aware this isn't, if you're working or dealing with somebody with narcissism, I love this saying that I heard about. You don't want to take revenge. Rotten fruit falls on its own. All right, good people. So those of y'all that are in relationships with narcissists or have to be in relationship with narcissists, just remember, rotten fruit falls at its own. People know, and I should say here with the pets and young children, pay attention to their reaction. They're more in tune and there's less filter. So if you find that they're standoffish or maybe even growl, that might be an indicator that you're dealing with somebody that's high on the narcissism scale. All right, so I hope these are helpful, quick signs. Let me know in your comments. Your comments are incredibly helpful. I know I can't respond to each one, but I actually get a lot of good information from y'all, positive and negative. So let me know about that. All right, y'all. I hope this was helpful. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video.